welcome to Living with the Landspeeder, where we Starwarsify Disney parks one attraction at a time. I'm your host, Ryan, joined by my good pal, Katrin, and my good pal, Eric.
That's me.
And tonight we're welcoming a very special guest. I'm so excited because we're doing something a little different tonight. We'll get into that. But first, Drew, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
I met Drew through Heroes of the Halcyon, which is a fabulous podcast about one of our favorite things. And I know Derek and Katrin love me talking about it. The Galactic Star Cruiser that's no more.
I mean, I enjoy listening to their podcast a lot more than you talking about it.
Oh, man.
Wow.
I love you, but I like their podcast a lot too.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
And Drew has a new podcast too called Pop Culture Explorers Club.
Yes, we're talking all about pop culture, enjoying talking about movies, TV shows. It's fun to talk about something other than the Halcyon every once in a while, of course.
Yeah, because you can't cry all the time.
Is it better?
Is it better? I don't know.
But we didn't meet through there, and then we were on the same. I only got to go to the Star Cruiser once, and we were on the same voyage. We got to hang out some.
That was awesome.
Yeah, we got into some trouble.
We did. We were hanging right outside that Sabak tournament, and I think you were saying, should we do that? I'm like, yeah, we totally should do this. What are we talking about? Let's go. And then you won.
Then I won.
Then you won. Yeah.
Well, hustler, baby.
What can we say?
That was a highlight of my trip, winning that. That was really cool.
Yeah, that was a fun tournament.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing it, and then one of the fabulous crew members was like, "Hey, come on in."
Yep.
We did.
They needed to fill a couple spots on the table. We were just lurking outside, and it worked out really well that way.
Yeah. And little did they know they were inviting in champion.
Yes.
A card shark.
A card shark.
Did Wraith cheat for you on that, Ryan? Did he slip any cards?
I didn't even need cheating. That's how.
Oh, wow.
Wraith saw me and he said,
This guy's a winner.
This guy knows what he's doing.
I can't approve this. Right.
Now, I did just get the official Sabak game from Galaxy's Edge while I was there.
Nice.
There you go.
Pretty amazing. Like, it's a really clever game.
Yeah,
simple. It's really simple.
Yeah,
and they simplified it even more for the Galactic Star Cruiser. They took out a couple of the hands and some of the other stuff that you can do, and made it even more simple, which is how Ryan was able to win. So
yeah, they're like, oh,
there's a lot of things I could say right now, but
I do have the Star Cruiser version
podcast
too. And when you come, Derek, because I know you're coming to Comic Palooza, hopefully that's coming at the end of May. You're not coming? Oh, you're not? Oh no!
My grand opening is going to be that weekend.
Well, let me call and cancel Comic Palooza.
The plans of mice and men.
I didn't set it. I didn't make it.
Do you know Ryan? Do you know Ryan?
Do I? I don't know him.
That I gave you a Sabak set as well at Comic Palooza one year. I brought you a set.
It was the one from Solo.
Actually, I sent it to you. It was the one from Solo, and I got from Ollie's, but it was on clearance. But yeah. But I stuffed it in the box of stuff that I sent you for my cosplay.
To be fair, I saw it at Target. I wanted to get it then, but you were worth $12.
I found it on sale.
Yeah, so I have 3 different versions of Sabak here at the house.
Yes,
and Derek won't get to play any of them.
Oh.
Nope.
I'm just going to come down a different time.
Hey, there you go.
I don't make the rules. I just live by them.
Is there somebody I can call? Because
I mean, they kind of
governor.
Yeah.
Oh, that's easy. Yeah.
Hold on.
All right, so let's get back to what we're.
Yes, living with the Landspeeder.
Oh yeah,
that's the Landspeeder. Yes,
right.
I said tonight's going to be a little different because Drew presented. Sorry, I've got the coughs on that. Drew presented me with an idea. He said, I've been trying to think of which attraction to do.
Yeah.
And he said, I've been to Shanghai and I've got an idea. And I was like, that sounds interesting. So tonight we're going international. We're not going just to Shanghai, but we're going to Paris. We're going to Hong Kong. We're going to Tokyo.
Nice.
A special edition of Living with the Landspeeder. This is where you put up all the flags and stuff.
Yeah, I won't do that. Yeah.
That'd be a great idea, but no.
So tonight we're going to each take a different park. We're going to pick a unique attraction from it, and we're going to Star Warsify it. Sound good to everybody?
I'm excited.
Great.
Unique New York really fast a lot of times.
The arsonist had oddly shaped feet.
Unique New York, unique New York. It's so
I've
hard.
never heard that arsonist one. I'm going to steal that. That's good.
That's an Anchorman one. That's one of my faves.
Nice.
The Flash was denied a bank loan. That's the one I know from Anchorman.
Sorry, I derailed us.
Ow,
Yes,
now,
you did.
brown cow.
That's what I do.
All right, and we're also each person is going to tell how they're going to Star Warsify their attraction in the language that is most used in that country.
Ni hao.
Shoshe?
I'm just going to do that at lunch.
This could go really poorly.
We're not really doing
stop
that.
this bit.
We're just doing it in English. I know.
Great. American English.
I just want.
That'd be great.
Yes. I just wanted to see the look on your face.
I was ready.
You'll notice Derek and I, we were ready to go.
I was not ready to go. Whatever I would have said would have been offensive. I'm sorry.
I know some French.
Tomo Morigato?
I know a little French. He's right over there.
Yeah. Hi.
I saw that the other day from. Do you remember what is it? Secret.
Top secret.
Top secret. Top
Yeah,
secret.
Yeah.
He said, I know a little German. He's right over there.
Oh man.
People are wondering what they tune into right now.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
if they've ever listened to this before,
They
that's
know.
just mild.
They know exactly
Yeah,
what they
exactly.
to.
So the big question is, and we
Yeah.
can talk more at the end. We can get into it. Who wants to go first? What country shall we travel to first?
Oh, I want to go. I want to go.
okay.
Excellent.
Mine's very simple. In researching, so
There's a pretzel stand, and I thought you know what would be good.
no.
Star Wars
No.
pretzels.
So I chose Hong Kong, and there's some cool rides at Hong Kong that don't exist anywhere else. Like what is it, the Big Grizzly or whatever? The basically it's Big Thunder Mountain, but a little bit different name. There's a few others, but there's one that really stuck out to me. It's very simple. So this ride, it's going to be a quick one, but it's so iconic. It's got a really cool character, and it looks like Hot Wheels tracks, and that is RC Racer.
Yes.
Oh.
And all it is a giant U, and they load them in, and you just go back and forth.
Okay.
And it's there's not a lot to it, but it looks so good. And it's like it'd be like kind of doing Dumbo or something. Like there's not a lot you're gonna do to it. You just basically put a ship on there. But I get to pick the ship because it is my turn. So
Yes.
I'm picking the ship.
There you go.
But I do love the way it looks, and the theming they put around such a simple ride kind of blew me away because I hadn't seen that before. So my ship for RC Racer is my favorite ship in Star Wars. It's the name of my Jeep, and that is Bloodfin.
Nice.
Yes. Oh, Ryan looks shocked. Do you know Bloodfin? I'll educate you so you don't have to guess.
Just child friendly.
I didn't ask if it was child friendly, and you didn't either.
That was
Was it
one
one of the
important.
It
thing.
wasn't the rule. And they can put in Arabish anyway. So
It's just funny because it's like we're doing RC racers, from Toy Story, and the ship's gonna be called Bloodfin.
I mean, they have changed the name of Slave One now, so they'll probably change the name of that too.
Starship.
Yeah, but it's Darth Maul's little speeder type thing that he is riding in Phantom Menace, and I just thought it would be really fun to incorporate that. Well, the reason I like that too is because now they can have multiple cars. So rather than having one big vehicle, it's almost like Tron, where you have a lot of different cars and then you're going back and forth, and you feel like it's more of an individual ride versus sitting in one big ride vehicle.
Mhm.
So I figured since they already have that cool theming, why not give it a little bit more of a cool flair? So that is my thing, the Bloodfin Racer.
It's gonna be a
Nice.
short episode
Nice.
if they're all gonna be that long.
Hey,
You mentioned feeling like you were on your own. I rode Tron. You rode Tron. Did you feel like you were riding by yourself, kind of? Like
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of, I didn't really think about it until you said that.
point.
It's like you really do kind of feel like you're racing against people.
Did you ride Tron, Katron?
Yes, I did ride Tron.
What
did you?
Katron?
I rode it.
Oh, okay. Where?
I rode in the back, but I rode it. I wanted to see what it was like in the back.
That counts. That counts.
No one rode in the back on ours during the after hours.
It was still intense.
Well, hey, for anybody that does want to ride Tron and maybe you didn't get a virtual queue, you should really look into doing the after hours party.
Yeah.
Or after hours event. That's where I did it. The standby line was only like 20 minutes. They make it a standby line for that. And it was at night and the fireworks were going off for the what was that show? Harmonious or not Harmonious? No, that was
Happy Ever After.
No, it was the old one, and they're only doing the old one that replaced Happily Ever After. Yeah.
Oh, Illumination.
No. Yeah. No, whatever it is. No. So listeners comment that we're all dumb.
Exuberance.
I've seen it so many times.
I know what you're talking about. It's not Illuminations, and it's not
Onomatopoeia.
But no, here's a little bit of a hack. I've got my new video coming out, doing a review on After Hours, and if you stand by Tron for the fireworks show, any of the fireworks show, you can still see the castle and a lot of the side projections.
Yeah,
but the fireworks are going off right next to you.
Oh, that's cool.
There you go.
What's that name of your new show again?
I have no idea.
Okay,
it's called Frankly Disney. I don't give a Derek.
It is
on YouTube.
Yeah, we haven't talked. Yeah, no, it's called Let's Be Frank.
Let's Be Frank.
Yeah, if you need to search as Let's Be Frank Travel.
New video coming out soon.
It's gonna be. It's really cool. Basically, I'm not gonna. I can let Derek explain it, but really, do you know that one neighbor that you have in your neighborhood that's like on the porch all the time, and he's like, "Hey, you kids, get off my lawn."
Yes,
that's gonna be his new series.
Let's Be Frank.
Yeah. So really, like, if you've got ideas of things that you really wanted to say about Disney and you just didn't feel safe about it, or traveling in general, I can't wait to do my episode about children on airplanes. It's going to be fantastic.
Yes.
It's going to be a knockout.
You're going to knock some kids out?
Wait a minute.
Let's just say that it's sponsored by Benadryl.
Oh, that kind of knockout. Okay.
Living with the Landspeeder does not condone or agree with the
drugging children.
I was an allergy kid. You just got to protect their allergies. You're helping them, ears and
all right.
People. Yes.
Okay, so I like that you're gonna have your own.
Oh yeah, you got it right.
Darth Maul thing. I'm roping it back in.
Very good.
Did you have any food or anything to go with it, or? Because I didn't for mine. I was
double. It's like the double-bladed churros.
Oh,
there you go.
Brilliant.
And a souvenir lightsaber hilt. You could hold both churros on it.
Yes.
Popcorn bucket, but
but for churros.
For churros.
Oh, Disney's stealing that one.
Oh, they are.
That's going to happen.
I think we've even mentioned it before too. So.
I think so. I think I stole it from one of you. I just forgot, so it doesn't count.
I don't know. David.
I mean, they make the cardboard ones, but if they made plastic ones that light up,
that'd be cool.
Maybe they light up your whole churro. It's got a light. You stick the churro on it.
Thin.
Or you could do it with like a Jolly Rancher because they're clear.
Sure.
Oh, it'd be awesome. Sticky
just keeps flowing. All right. Who wants to go next before we go crazy?
Well, I'll jump in.
There we go.
And I'm going to go on the other side of the globe, or 3/4 around the side of the globe, and I'm going to go to Shanghai. And Shanghai was really fun. I was lucky enough to go a couple of times for work, and I thought I was going to be all over the Tron ride when it first opened there. Was amazing and incredible. They have a version of Pirates of the Caribbean called Battle for Sunken Treasure that is spectacular. I think I rode that, must have been at least 10 or 15 times that first time I went. But my absolute favorite attraction at Shanghai Disneyland is, it still blows me away when I think about it, but they have a section of the park. The centerpiece ride is actually a boat ride that's themed much like Grizzly River Rapids or the falls.
Kali River Rapids.
Yeah, exactly. Kali River Rapids in Animal Kingdom. And it's really cool. It's got a giant animatronic alligator thing that's really cool. But right next to it, they have a giant mountain that's called Roaring Mountain. And the attraction that they have is called the Challenge Trails at Camp Discovery. And what it is it's a rope course. So if you have, we've got, like family pizza places called Main Event here in the Arizona area that just have these rope courses. They secure you, they have you in a nice little rig, and you can walk across. You're 20 feet up in the air, and it's really neat. But this is Disney, and instead what they have is you're actually walking through the mountain. Each of the challenge trails, there's three different. They have three different levels of difficulty. They'll have just a basic walkway that's got handrails. So if you're a chicken like Ryan, I hear, you just walk straight on there. Nice.
It's Catron.
It's Catron, yeah, exactly. But if you're Catron, then you'll walk just on the walkway that's got a handrail, and you're perfectly safe. The middle one, maybe it's got a couple jumps that you have to do, but the challenge, the hard one, is got like loose rails, or you've got to jump 3 feet, or you're jumping from a giant pole to a giant pole. You're perfectly safe at all times, but you don't feel safe. If you fall, you're kept. You're caught. But they make it really just amazing. The highlight of one of the trails is a waterfall that you can actually cling to the rock ways and kind of like make your way around the waterfall, and it's just spectacular.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. And they'd never do it here in the States because there'd be way too many lawsuits. People would have problems.
For sure.
Yeah, exactly.
And you couldn't take your electric scooter across it.
There's that. Yes, there's
that.
Not
ADA approved.
So when I was thinking how I would Star Warsify this, I immediately thought of, well, think of Force Awakens and that wonderful scene when we first meet Rey, and Rey, of course, is on that fallen Star Destroyer on Jakku.
Yes,
and she is going through the whole little ship. And so the three areas that I would make for this is the first one, of course, has to be the engine room. So again, just think about climbing down amongst those giant rocket parts, maybe walking across one of those walkways that has a long, chasm next to it. Again, perfectly safe, but at any moment you feel like peril could happen. Another actually cool place would be the hangar bay. Imagine you're going amongst the shuttlecraft, or your TIE fighters are around you. Maybe the Millennium Falcon's docked, but come on, we've seen that a million times, right? but it would be super cool to go on those equipment areas where it looks like those things are 6,000 feet deep into the Star Destroyer, right? That would be amazing. And then the other trail that I think would be really cool would be the Emperor's Throne Room. If you can walk around there, and maybe there's outside the Emperor's Throne Room, there's that walkway from Empire, even though it's a different movie. But imagine you're walking around, and maybe you have to hit a tractor beam. That would be just spectacular.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's cool. When you were talking, it made me think of something too that would be cool there. If you did a Fallen Order.
I was just gonna say it,
nice,
especially that first scene
with Cal Kestis. Yeah,
Cal's jumping around. That was exactly what I was thinking too.
I was like, that's
cool.
like in real life. You could be Cal Kestis.
Nope.
I'd buy that poncho.
Yeah, you could have a poncho. Yeah, that's cool though. Like Rey, climbing through that and stuff. That would be so cool.
That's an idea we haven't really explored, and that's perfect for that, right?
Yeah, I
climbing
think
through.
The three of us are a little too biased on that sometimes, where we do forget that there is a younger generation that are going to love those movies.
Yeah,
and that do. Well, I know Ryan's laughing, but it's true. Like,
think of all the young girls.
Like, you can't walk through Galaxy's Edge and not see a young girl dressed as Rey.
Oh, my daughter loves Rey and's never seen the movie.
Yeah,
but that says a lot.
She loved like when we're there. She's like, "Where's Rey?"
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't even know who Rey is. She's like, I want to see Rey.
You're not even a fan.
No, I mean, like, she doesn't like. How does she know? Like, she doesn't really
yelling at your daughter. Like, go over to Toy Story Land, nerd.
It just shows you the power of Star Wars. It shows you the power of Star Wars because without even seeing the movie, she's already in love with lightsabers. Rey, just Star Wars in general.
Yeah.
Like, we got these. She loves Doorables, these little Disney things, and they came out with Star Wars ones, and now she's like, these are just it's got like little Leias and stuff, and she's just like,
that's awesome.
This is so cool, and she like loves them. So
you took them.
No, they're just sitting in here. We're gonna put a shelf up so they can display them
so
all
she can
on.
look at them when she's allowed into your room.
No,
you may enter.
I told her. I told both of them. I said, if you want me to put this stuff in your room, you have to clean your rooms before I can put this stuff in there, because she has other adorables that I'll find just laying on the floor and stuff. And I'm like, if you want a shelf,
the floor is just the biggest shelf in your house. That's all.
I guess. Anyways, yeah. So I'm all for this. It's really cool.
That'd be fun.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
Why are the other Disney parks so much cooler than the ones in the States?
Because the people that run Disney are not the ones that are in charge of them.
That's true.
Yeah. Yep.
I said what I said.
There you go. Let's be frank.
Let's be frank here.
I've just like jumped into this role.
It's the let's be frank moment of living with the Landspeeder.
He's getting practice. Yeah,
we'll
that's
put the music in there.
So can you, before we move on to catering, since we're at Shanghai, because you've been, is there what made it so special? The Shanghai park,
because everything was unique. I mean, I was there about 6 months after it opened in 2016, and again, Tron was brand new; they didn't have it anywhere else. The Pirates of the Caribbean ride, which is, I mean, just watch the videos on YouTube. The animatronics, they have a reveal that's kind of like the reveal of the Beast in Beauty and the Beast in Tokyo, where they just have the Pepper's Ghost effect is so perfect that Johnny Depp, a skeleton turns into Johnny Depp. It's amazing. You're taken, you go through a scene that's got giant curved IMAX screens where you're underwater and the pirate ships are all around you. It's just spectacular. And again, the Discovery Trails, the challenge trails, at Camp Discovery, you couldn't find this anywhere else in the world. And that's really just what made it special.
How is it for people like us? So like, how is it traveling wise and being there as someone who just speaks English?
Yeah, that was definitely unusual. I went to the stunt show, for example, which is spectacular as well. Of course, it's all in Chinese, so I have no idea what the story is. For all I know, they were making fun of me the entire time. for all I know, and the food is very unique. The main dish that they serve at the restaurant that's right by the Pirates of the Caribbean is squid, and it's just lots of squid, which is just very impressive and very unusual.
And
but you get the gist. I mean, the magic of Disney storytelling is that the words probably matter, but you know what's going on, and it's characters that we know. So when I see Barbossa and Captain Jack or Davy Jones chasing after Captain Jack, I know that what's going on. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was great, and it was unusual in that. So I went by myself, and there's not a lot of people going by themselves. So, and I'm in the minority, obviously, in China. So I stuck out quite a bit like a sore thumb, but people were very patient, and it was a great time.
Did you stay like on property there, or were you just in for like the day?
No, I was just in for the day. Both times I came, it's funny. The first time I went, my associate in Shanghai was like, "What wonders of Shanghai, China can I show you?" And I was like, "Well, actually, I'm sorry, but I'm going to go to Shanghai Disneyland." Unfortunately, I did do it, but I just go for the day, and I remember those trips so well.
I tried that with work too, but it was like way away from there, and they were like, "Why would you go there? Like, well, why would you not?"
Yeah, why would you not?
Exactly.
All right.
They're like, "Oh, we can't afford that." Like, oh, okay.
Well, cool. I would like to experience all these parks, but I don't know if I'll ever will.
Yes, you will manifest it.
You will.
Well,
make it happen. Yeah.
I get sick going. Oh, wait, you know this because I got sick on the Star Cruiser. With my medical stuff, going to a different state, I could end up in the hospital. So I'm like, do I want to go travel the world and maybe get sick along the way? I don't know.
I understand. That would be rough.
My wife's like, "Yeah, let's go," and I'm like, I don't know.
But honey,
it's not fun when you're sick on your trips. Anyways, all right. So Catering.
Yes. So I wanted to go next because it's in the same vein as Drew's with exploration. In fact, the name of the attraction at Disney Sea in Tokyo is called Fortress Explorations.
Yes.
So I'd never heard of this. And when we were looking at the attractions, I found this, and it's basically this huge fortress in a harbor. So it's the area is called Mediterranean Harbor, and it's this fortress, and there's a pirate ship. And the idea of this place is you're just exploring this fortress, and there's actually a game you can kind of play where you look for clues to different things, and you try to find this certain thing in there to solve this puzzle, basically. And that's a really quick version of that. There's 3 restaurants in there, and there's all these just different rooms: an illusion room, an explorer's hall, a navigation center, and there's things that you can interact with, like cannons and just all kinds of different interactive things, right? So I thought that was pretty cool. There's different entrances and all that. So I did a little research, and I was like, okay, what fortresses are there out there? And the first one I came to was Fortress Inquisitorius. So maybe, obviously, you all are familiar with it. So it's seen in Fallen Order and also in the Kenobi series. They mentioned it a little bit. But this is where the Inquisitors, it's kind of their headquarters, their fortress that they bring in their Jedi that they've captured, and they torture them, kill them, all that fun stuff. So it's not necessarily a happy place.
Yeah, man, I love it.
But, however, after the fall of the Empire, the fortress was cleared out by the rebels and Luke Skywalker to transform this into a historical landmark.
Nice.
Where you can learn more about the Order 66.
Derek's like,
in the fall of the
Jedi. Turned over to the rebels.
It's not cleaned out though completely. So it becomes it's a kind of a museum of sorts, or just like a place that you can go and explore and learn about the Jedi that were captured, learn about Order 66, learn about the Inquisitors, their history, and there's a room. And here's the problem with that: that fortress is actually underwater. But that kind of makes this perfect because it's at Disney Sea, right?
Yeah.
And I was thinking maybe the waters receded a little bit and you can see more of it.
Climate change, in Star Wars,
exactly, yeah.
Why not?
But it's this highly immersive experience that you're going and you see these maybe these Viper droids that are probe droids that are going around, but they've been reprogrammed, to not really hurt you or doing anything, but they're just roaming around the halls. And
could one be and it goes after people anyway.
Yes, sure.
Sorry,
why not? It's our idea.
Let him finish. No.
But there's blast doors that you can go through, and and control panels you can interact with and play around, and maybe there's this big meeting room where one window is just into the water and you're seeing sea life or something over to the side, and then the other side has lightsabers and helmets from it's kind of funny. I was reading this description of the fortress, and it said youngling helmets. I was like,
yeah,
I knew Derek would love that. I was like,
on board.
Getting better by the minute.
Yeah,
Derek is fully Sith.
But it's relics from their captures.
You couldn't tell from the room or the tattoos.
Sure.
But there's training dojos you might go through. This place isn't this big, but I'm going through different rooms. There's a prison block where you see where the Jedi were kept. And then outside down there, there's like this play area where there's a pirate ship today, in the area. And it's for kids to go run off energy, blow off steam, and or adults to play. And again, there's cannons and things. So maybe there's like an Imperial transport that's there, or different kinds of Star Wars vehicles and turbo lasers and things like that. And then, of course, just like the original attraction, you've got an Inquisitor challenge to learn the secrets of the Inquisitors to help the Jedi exploit the weaknesses of the fortress. So I thought that'd be
awesome.
Yeah,
that would be super cool.
Yeah.
May I make a suggestion for a walk around character?
Yes.
A man, preferably with a beard, in a giant trench coat, with a princess underneath the trench coat that he's hiding, walking through.
Like
you guys remember Kenobi when they go, when they escape, and Princess Leia's underneath the big trench coat, and they're like,
it was
nothing
just
to
weird.
See here.
The way, You got to rephrase that.
The look on your face,
That's what
Derek,
it was.
classic.
He was
That
hiding Princess Leia under the trench coat,
I
which
know.
I thought
but
was
I
freaking hilarious
no,
because it's funny. It's funny.
Yes.
that was funny. The way you described it made it feel like Chris Hansen was going to jump out.
You never know.
No,
Maybe he did. Maybe that's who the guy in the jeans in the background was.
That's right.
It was Chris Hansen.
Starbucks.
No, I loved that, and I love that both of you have taken more of that play aspect, because I think that's something that's really missing from the parks right now. Like I think I was talking on Instagram the other day about not having Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and that whole area, and like the Who Framed Roger Rabbit. My parents would let me just run around for 2 hours.
Enclosed.
Yeah, it was amazing. Like we're losing a lot of the imagination, I think, in play aspects. So kudos to both of you for doing that.
Thanks.
And that fortress, it's just like you said, Derek. It is play. It's there's so much to explore in it. There's a room and rooms and rooms and rooms, and you come around a corner and you see something you didn't expect to see. And turning that into the Fortress Inquisitoris, that'd be pretty spectacular.
Yeah, awesome. I thought that would be cool.
Just don't wear giant trench coats because you don't want to offend anybody.
Right.
I'm not offended. I just a little creeped out, bud.
They might be wearing them there. I mean, if it is kind of rainy there, so
yeah,
sure.
It is Tokyo.
It is Tokyo. Yeah.
Which the person who played Princess Leia is going to be at Kong-Palooza.
Yes.
Not Derek.
Not
wait.
The young princess.
Oh, I was gonna say that would be even more awkward.
No, the little girl that played Princess Leia is going to be in
but not
Kenobi.
Oh,
we were talking about
Carrie
Kenobi.
Fisher there. That's
Oh, good gracious!
that's a little weird.
Trying to give a plug
Hopefully
to Kong-Palooza.
Hopefully, she had a good mortician.
Which I would love to take my daughter because she has that full costume.
Oh yeah.
Princess Leia. So it would be cool to
You
take
can give her Derek's pass.
Yeah, pretty much.
I know, and I had to break it to you guys on the air, not after the fact. I just found out.
All right. So speaking of play,
no, you don't.
It's my turn.
I do.
What? I
said I forgive him.
Oh, I'm really bummed because I was just telling my wife Jennifer today. I was like, I'm so excited that all 4 of us are going to be together and to hang out.
We need to go to Iowa. That's what
I really did tell her that today.
Great. Guilt trip time. And Ryan's ride is
just
guilt
saying,
trip.
Let's be frank. All right. Speaking of play, which is very funny that you guys did it. Derek's just going to be the odd man out here because we're traveling around the world to Paris.
Ah, yes.
For Disneyland Paris.
We
used to be called Euro Disney when it first opened. People didn't like that, so I changed it over. And I said, okay, what unique thing can I pick from here? And I decided to choose, because I've watched many videos on Disneyland Paris. I think it's a cool place. I think it would be really cool to visit there in the wintertime when it's just covered in snow.
Yeah.
I think that would be so cool.
It's really, really, really cold, though. I
mean, yeah.
It's rough. Yeah.
But it would be cool to see. It would be cool to see.
Sure.
You're riding Thunder Mountain.
Anyway, I'm picking.
Kill me now.
Yeah, I'm picking.
You can wear a trench coat and then get a little girl.
We're gonna leave that one down. We'll cut that out. Just edit that out.
Nope. That's staying.
There were no
Anyways,
words
here's what I picked.
Really
Alice's Curious Labyrinth.
Nice.
Okay.
Yes, I decided to go the play route too, which is really funny that we all,
yeah,
or 3 of us,
y'all,
yeah,
smart people,
all smart people, and it's going to be called The Path of the Jedi.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so here's how it's going to go. Young Padawans enter a labyrinth where they encounter and participate in the Jedi trials. At the end of the labyrinth sits a Jedi temple where you can explore and meet members of the Jedi Council. The Path of the Jedi will be hosted by Hu Yang, the droid that has been with the Jedi for thousands of years. You'll encounter him.
Oh my gosh, good one. Good one.
Yeah, so he's going to be hosting it. You'll encounter him all throughout the journey as he shows you the ways of the Jedi. There'll be stations where you can use the Force, just like on the Halcyon, the rock garden, where you can move the stones. So there'll be gardens like that.
I'll just transport that over there.
Yeah, they're not doing anything else with it, so they can transfer that over there. There'll be a path that you can go down where you can mine for kyber crystals.
What kind of kyber crystals?
Oh, from Iron Geek Shop on Etsy.
Yeah,
For all your kyber crystal needs.
We can go to the shop at the end. Yeah.
Yes, you can.
And then and even enter the gnarl tree or the cave of evil, where you will come face to face with your worst fear. And then through special effects, it'll look like that you're a Sith
wearing
standing in front of you. No, that you're like in the movie.
Myself. Sorry,
so with special technology, it'll make it.
I know
look
what
like,
I'm wearing next episode.
It'll make you look like you're standing face to face with your Sith counterpart.
That's cool.
As you
That'd
conquer
be a
your
dream.
fear. Yeah. And then, once you reach the Jedi Temple at the end, because there's a big castle at the end of the labyrinth that you can go to. But once you reach the Jedi Temple, you can experience lightsaber training, just like on the Halcyon, and even build your own lightsaber with the help of Hu Yang.
Nice.
There we go.
Very good.
That would be amazing. That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Especially, I
Really
love
cool.
the rock garden episode. Of course, from the Halcyon. I just love that idea.
Yeah. So we could they could take all the cool stuff from the Halcyon, bring it over because they're not
Bring it
using it for
over. There
anything.
you go.
Take
Yeah.
it to Paris. Right.
Lightsaber training, rock moving.
Yeah, because they don't have like
The
a
goldfish
Galaxy's Edge over
things.
there. So this sort of becomes, there's
You'd have
Galaxy's
to
Edge.
test the waters. I don't know that the French people are huge Star Wars fans.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I have a friend that works in the parks over there, and I don't know that she's ever seen it.
Isn't Space Mountain there? Hyperspace Mountain?
Yes.
Well, that doesn't mean it's Star Wars.
No,
It
it's
is.
Star Wars. It's
But-
always Star Wars.
Yeah, but I think Hong Kong has Hyperspace Mountain too. It doesn't mean that they identify it with Star Wars.
It's like Star Trek to them over there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, fair.
Hey, Derek. hey, guess what? It's not really going to happen. This is just a podcast where we think of ideas.
Ryan, it could happen.
That's not what you told me, Ryan.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been led astray.
What happened to you? What happened to Ryan the Dreamer? I miss Ryan the Dreamer.
It was just funny because you're like, I don't think the French are going to like that Star Wars stuff.
I just don't. I don't. I'm out.
That's why I didn't pick.
That's why I didn't pick it.
Those French, you know how much they hate George Lucas.
I just
They
meant the
can't
Halcyon.
George
Yeah. It just says, they'll accept the trench coats, but no George Lucas. No plaid.
I'll do for you. That's wrong.
Plaid is
So
just
I
not
like-
fashionable.
I like all of our ideas.
Oh, this has been excellent.
This
It's
is
been
so
excellent. I would like to experience all of them. Maybe one day we will, but
Yes.
just not in Disneyland Paris.
Good. No, you will. It'll go there. I'm wrong.
Yeah, unless those French people have something to say about Star Wars.
It will bring people across the pond
Ooh,
over there. That's the idea, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You're just a scrupulous bunch.
This will be the episode where we get so many comments, and they'll all be from people from Paris and France saying, "We hate the Star Wars." Derek's so right.
That was German though. you just
I don't know.
switched.
So there is one piece of news. Did you see that Disneyland is getting an Avatar something or
Lands.
another?
Yeah.
A land, I can tell you.
Yeah.
That's such garbage.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Let's be frank.
Let's be
Let's
frank.
frank.
There is
Let's let Derek be
stop
frank.
recycling everything.
Yeah.
Like let something be sacred because it's going to get to the point where there's no reason to go. Like you could just go to Disneyland or you could just go to Disney World.
Yeah.
Like
I hate to
come
tell
on.
you, but I don't think that's going to change until leadership changes.
Well,
Because
I'm here
they're all
for that.
about, we've already built it. Let's just move it over here and build it again.
We can just amortize it again and apply this depreciation over here. It's easy.
Yep.
Let's
Yeah,
be
that's
Yeah, we're not
the
getting a
Disney
fifth
we live in.
We're not
Yeah.
getting a fifth gate, so
Yeah. He did say that there was so much, I forget how many lands he said that they could
7
build.
lands. Is,
7 lands.
Yeah.
yeah.
they're
Um,
coming.
Yep.
But this was fun.
But this was fun. Yeah.
This was fun.
Yeah, this was good. That one will not be fun, right?
You know,
Sorry
I
to
would
bring
like
up
to.
that.
I would love to do an episode where we bring a whole land of Star Wars to Animal Kingdom, like completely fresh, all new ideas. I know we've done some stuff in Animal Kingdom, but Animal Kingdom they've got to have more attractions. They're talking about, they're saying they're gonna take out Tough to Be a Bug.
Yeah.
But that park is now less. It's a half-day park. It's not even, or it's less than a half-day park. I'd venture to say you could do a lot of the stuff there in 3 hours.
And most of that's in line for Flight of Passage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you roped out Flight of Passage and then hit the other one in Avatar, and then because there was the All Ears Net people did a video where they were trying to ride every ride or something I think
I saw that. Yeah.
In Disney World or something. So she went to Animal Kingdom, basically went bap, bap, bap. And she's like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like that was like the shortest part of her day because she just went in and she had lightning lanes booked and she just did boom, boom. She's like, well, I've done every ride here. I can go. And she went around the circle and walked out.
That's what we did. Because we bought the pass for Flights of Passage, and then we got a lightning lane immediately for Kilimanjaro, and then we got in line in Kilimanjaro. We got Dinosaur, and we got done with Dinosaur. Did Everest. We were done. Like we didn't do Navi River, but we even went and saw Tough to Be a Bug because we're like, this might be the last time we see it, and the last time I get to see kids crying here. Those
spiders,
those tears fuel my vacation. So
I've been a pass holder for many years now, and I can't remember the last time I've been to Animal Kingdom.
No. Oh, I love Animal Kingdom.
Well, because here's why. Because since I'm in Texas, I don't get over there that much. So when I'm there, I'm like, I look at everything I want to do because I love Pandora, especially at nighttime. Beautiful.
Oh yeah, it's gorgeous.
But I look at everything that I want to do, and I'm like, am I going to either drive or ride a bus all the way to Animal Kingdom to ride a couple of rides and then maybe leave, or am I just going to go to Galaxy's Edge again? I usually just go to Galaxy's Edge again.
I think we're all, or a lot of people are missing that. I think the biggest attraction at the Disney parks is the theming that's there. And I think we're losing it because the crowds are so ridiculous that we don't just get to sit and enjoy the space. Because I remember when Animal Kingdom opened, and I went there with my family, like the first month it opened, and stuff wasn't even there yet. But you could just sit there for an hour and enjoy what Joe Rohde created. It's overwhelming, the detail. And we're missing all of that because the crowds are so overwhelming.
Yeah, that's true.
So let's be frank.
Let's be frank.
Maybe I'll try to. I'm going for May the 4th. Okay, I'm not going to go to Animal Kingdom, but maybe I will.
We always go. Our family always goes because
it's not that I don't want. It's not that I don't want to go, or if I'm like, oh, that place is horrible. It's just like, because I'm usually there for like a couple of days.
Yeah.
And there's 4 parks. I'm like, am I going to?
Well, so
what am I going to cut out?
Yeah, exactly.
When we go for 7 days, right? So or 6 days, I guess. So we hit every park and then one of them twice, whichever one we pick twice. Yeah. So we're going to eat lunch or dinner there, or both, maybe. I mean, we go back and forth. We never get park hoppers anymore because we're just like, let's just enjoy it, and try to do things we haven't done and watch the little things on the side of the road, the bands or whatever playing, and do some exploring. We still haven't done the gorilla thing. The train that you can take over there to do the artwork and all that stuff. Never done it, but
it's a petting zoo now,
and it does take a less time, but it's like it's something we always have to do to go, because we love Dinosaurs. One of our favorite rides. Everybody hates it, but it's one of our favorites.
I love that ride.
Yeah, me too. Absolutely love that ride.
Kids crying on it. Like, come on,
kids.
I just put up a reel about that.
Yeah. So, I could see if we didn't go for a full 6 days, then I could see not going, but yeah.
Now, if they do the Indiana Jones stuff, then I'll probably be there. Like a lot.
Change the world.
Yeah, I love Indiana Jones. Okay,
so have a lot of space to expand there still. So
lots they can do.
It's the biggest part, right? I mean, it's covered with the safari.
The safari.
Big,
makes it so big.
We did,
I guess,
and we
got the safari out. I guess.
Speaking of the safari, we did do the Starwarsifying the safari with none other than Martin Smith, right? Isn't that what he did when he came on?
Yeah, I think Martin did
Yeah.
it when he came on. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
because I did
There
like
you go. We just
Kenosis.
kind of brought it back all together.
That was impressive. Nice. I can tell you're a professional.
No.
He is. He's the ultra professional.
All right.
He's like, whatever.
He's also the looks of this show.
Yeah, he's got the looks. He's got the professionalism.
And then there's
Charm.
Ryan and I.
IT.
Oh
And
my
then you have
gosh.
us two goobers.
My mom and dad used to tie a piece of meat around my neck to get the dogs to play with me. That boy's ugly.
Let's be frank.
Let's be frank. That boy is ugly.
Before we go, because I don't want to keep Drew. What can listeners look forward to hearing on pop culture and Heroes of the Halcyon coming up? Any news? Anything you want to put out there?
Yeah, the episode that's going to come out on Friday for Heroes of the Halcyon, when people watch this, is going to be an episode all about the food. We've done nearly 100 episodes, and we were stunned to see that we didn't talk about the food. So we found a great person, Andrew Vogel, who's doing a kind of a Star Cruiser themed dinner in Covington, Kentucky in June. So he was on the Star Cruiser 4 times, and we talk about the food, talk about his trip, and
cool.
the dinner that he's got planned in June. Yeah.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Nice.
That's really awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
And then pop culture, anything coming up for there?
Yeah, so we're going to be doing an episode all about the X-Men, actually.
Oh,
that's actually going to be a
cool.
lot of fun. We're going to cover not just the comics and the cartoon, but also the movies and some of the other stuff that's been around that. Ryan, we'd love to have you on. I think I hear you're a fan of Clue, so we're going to have to do an episode on that.
I have watched Clue so many times. That would be like back in the day, and then we'll go. Back in the day when you went to the video store to get your movies, that was usually one of the top movies that I would pick. I'm like,
nice.
Let's get Clue again. We're getting Clue. But we'll talk about that all. Listeners have to go over there.
There you go.
Come on, hear all about Clue and how
Yes.
you need to watch Clue again and again and again.
And again and again and again.
And again and again.
And now you don't have to be kind and rewind. You can watch it online and see all the endings.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's not extra endings. Just kidding.
I've never seen it. Thanks. Actually, I've seen it like 100 times.
I know. It's so good.
It's a really great movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's very underrated.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Well, Drew, thank you again.
Thank you.
And then where can people find you if they want to find you all the places?
Yeah, we're Heroes of the Halcyon on Instagram and Pop Culture Explorer Club on Instagram. We keep it simple in my line of the world.
There we go. Sounds good. Well, thank you for coming on. And you are welcome back anytime if you want to Starwarsify anything else
Excellent.
throughout the world of Disney. But this has been fun doing sort of an international jaunt around the globe to the different Disney parks.
Mm-hmm.
And next time, I guess we'll be back at Disney World, right? We're going back home.
Going back
to Disney
home.
World.
After
Maybe have a guest.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe we won't have a guest.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
No.
Can't stay here.
I will tell you this. Next time I'm on Living with the Landspeeder, whether we have a guest or not, I will most likely have a special surprise for Derek.
Ooh. Oh, I know what it is.
You'll have to wait.
Is it a
and
trench coat?
see.
No, it's going to be that stupid doll.
No. Derek's really scared of dolls.
Ah,
No, I'm
gotcha.
not. I'm
Ryan's
not.
scared of dolls.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not scared
are.
of dolls at all. Just like,
Yeah, you're scared.
okay, no,
It's okay. It's
I'm-
okay
I am-
being scared of dolls.
I am afraid
Anyways.
of something, but it's not dolls.
Oh, I know.
Curious.
Guys in trench coats with kids under their trench coats.
That's what it is.
Well,
It's not far from that.
not far from that, what he's scared of. I'll tell you when we get off there. Thank
All
you
right.
guys for joining us on Living with the Landspeeder. Make sure you like, subscribe. If you listen on Apple Podcasts, leave us a 5-star review. Don't leave us a 4-star review because there's one extra
come on.
star. It would feel lonely. 5 stars.
Yeah,
And then on Spotify, do everything there. And then on YouTube, comment. We like to hear from you guys.
We
love
do.
comments. So
Instagram.
talk to us on Instagram, YouTube, wherever. And we'll be back. Next week we'll be on I Am Geek, and then back with Living with the Landspeeder the next week. Good night, and we'll see you next time on Living with the Landspeeder.
Later.
Well, that was chaotic fun.